Okay. Oop, 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 oop. I want to present. There we go. Present. Okay. Our topic for our experimental design is testing the impact of daily gratitude and advocacy journaling on resilience and academic motivation in middle school students. Presented by your newest researcher. And remember, the font and the color is gold to remind you that this experiment is golden. Okay, so our goal and the purpose behind this study is just to do a little short daily gratitude and efficacy journaling activity to increase middle school students' academic motivation, resilience, and engagement compared to neutral journaling or no journaling. So, for our literature review, we looked specifically at a quasi-experimental study, and they had two groups. And the group that got the treatment or did the gratitude journaling saw moderate but meaningful results on their ability to persist through academic challenges and recover from setbacks, as well as their academic resilience. While this study did lack randomization, it provides encouraging evidence that simple reflective writing practices can strengthen students' coping mechanisms and motivation. We also see this through a few other research that finds similar findings as well. Here are a few other findings that also kind of look at this as well. However, you'll know if you actually read these and look at them, you'll notice that they're all really focused on adults or older adolescents. None of them look at younger children. And so for our study, we're going to be looking at specifically middle school students. Okay, some variables and scales that we need to hash out is we're going to have three groups. We're going to have a treatment group where they do gratitude and advocacy journaling. You're going to have a middle group, which does free writing, and then you're going to have a group that does no writing at all. And we'll also be having some dependent variables such as resilience, academic motivation, and engagement. We will be using three scales in our experimental study. You can find them right here, the academic motivation scale, student engagement instrument, and Connor Davidson resilience scale. We'll also use ANOVA to compare pre and post intervention changes across conditions, supplemented by effect size, and qualitative journal sampling for contextual insights. Okay, just a little bit about our design summary. The goal is to have about 900 students or 100 eighth graders from 9 different schools. It would be randomized. However, we would look at things like baseline, GPA, and gender just because we want to see if that makes a difference in things. But the goal is to have it randomized. The duration would be about 4 weeks as just like a testing period. If this goes well and we see results from it, we would like to try it over a year-long period. There are some control variables such as teacher, does time of day affect school environment, baseline academic performance, those kinds of things. We will be giving a baseline pre-test survey on resilience and motivation. It will be happening over the 4 week intervention for 5 minutes a day for the writing, and then we'll be giving post-test surveys, and the teachers will be keeping logs on like observations and things that they notice as well. Okay, the big question, why should you fund us? Well, first of all, this is a very low cost, high return investment that is very easy to replicate. It has high impact and is very measurable on academic and emotional outcomes. It's scalable and can be integrated into any homeroom nationwide. What kind of project or investment to help your students can be easily integrated anywhere in the US? It also has validated measures, control groups, and randomization. I just want you to take a moment to think and imagine a 13-year-old student who's starting to believe that school isn't for them. In just a few minutes a day, this intervention helps them reframe challenges with gratitude and self-efficacy, turning I can't into I'll try. With your funding, we can rigorously test whether a zero-cost practice like this can shift motivation, resilience, and engagement for thousands of students nationwide. The study doesn't just test journaling, it tests hope, mindset, and emotional tools that students carry long after the bell rings. The $50,000 will fund teacher training, participant incentives, validated survey licensing, data analysis, and publication costs to ensure the study meets professional research standards and can influence educational policy. Now, as I reminded you, we would be doing it to test 4 weeks before we test the year long to make sure that we're actually getting results. And that's to help protect your money. Pilots reduce risk. They let us prove fidelity, test measurement, and estimate real effect sizes in the exact context before spending larger sums. That protects our funders' investment and increases the chance that a scale trial yields policy relevant and publishable results. Thank you for your time, and we hope to hear back from you soon.